Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. On today's video, we are going to tempt the weather gods and we're going to try to get our garden put in. We've put it off way too long. Been in between rainstorms. We've been trying to figure out when we can do it, but it rained forever the last 2 days. I think we got 20 inches of rain. I don't know, seems like probably got about 2.5 inches of rain the last 24 hours. So we're just going to bite the bullet and get into it. So come along with us and make fun of us. All right, what we want to do is let's start taking the wood weights and stones, anything that we have weighting the plastic down, and let's pile them over there right at the edge. Don't throw them in the weeds, but put them near the edge of that board or that big log piece. All right. That's right. And of course the cat's got to come be a part of it all. Drink the water. Drink the tarp water, man. Okay, so what we've done is made a mess. Now we've done two little tests here using clear plastic and then just a tarp. And I know this tarp is supposed to be black. I didn't have a black tarp, so we tried the green. But it's a test between solarization, using the clear plastic to heat up the ground to kill the weeds off, to kill all the grass and everything. See if that works, as well as, and I don't know what the other fancy noun is that goes along with that. We're using like a silage tarp to cover it up. There's another word for it. Comment below if you know what it is. So we've had that on for about 6 weeks where the cat's there drinking the water. Had some, a lot of creeping Charlie. We have that all over the place. And there's just no beating it. I mean, I jerk it up by the handfuls and it just comes back with a vengeance. So what we're going to do is pull these back and see which has done the better of the two jobs. Now, granted, there's a lot more grass here starting off than there was here. This had a lot of wood chips, so this has got a much better base. But we'll see what we've got. Do. Creeping Charlie is everywhere. And mint, I can smell the mint. You guys smell the mint that Mom had planted here? Strong masculine smell. You need to get that one, buddy. What is it? No. See if Liam can get it. Move that, Liam. It's a big old hoof print right in the middle of the plastic where deers jump through here. Hateful things. Thank you, sir. What is it? This guy is huge. The size of it compared. Big old wood spider. We call them barking spiders. Oh, some little babies got away. Yeah, and just peel it back, and just carry it back like you're going to the back of the plastic. So go about halfway. Or actually, you'll take it all the way back, but it'll unfold half of it. If that makes any sense. Oh, missed a weight. All right, that's good. Just drop it. All right, so solarization killed some of the grass. You can see some of our dead spots. And also there's decent pockets of good grass. I don't know if it's because I had too much air underneath it and it actually started a greenhouse effect or what. But you can see some dead spots there. Obviously where we had our weights. I've been bringing up slabs from the sawmill, testing that and seeing if it would kill the grass underneath, and of course it does. All right, guys, now let's do the other tarp and see what it looks like. Let's, instead of going that way, grab a corner here and grab a corner there and just go that way, and let's take the whole thing off. Take it all off, man. No, Camo, this corner, this corner. That corner, and then go that way. Yeah. Okay. See what manner of beast is living under there. I'm kidding. It is hot. Yeah, go. 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 There you go. Pull it all the way back. Keep going a little bit more. There you go. Swing through the edge there. All right. So in all fairness, this had a lot of wood chips down. You could even see where we had some chicken manure earlier this year we put in there to compost. So it's fared a lot better, but it didn't have a lot of grasses. Of course, it has a lot more. This is good loamy soil here with the wood chips that have composted from last year and things. You can see there's still some creeping Charlie vine that we've choked out. So I think the silage tarps definitely would work better than the solarization. So I think a silage tarp would work a lot better. And again, my tarp was small, green, but a big black tarp would definitely have taken care of this and killed it all. Where our seams were, we had some creeping Charlie come up. Here's my wellhead casing, so it's couldn't have the plastic directly on the ground to kill it. But I've heard different arguments about solarization is quicker and that you could actually get it done in a couple days if you had a really sunny day. But I've heard some debate that it could possibly kill all the mycelial network and the bacteria, the good bacteria you want in the soil. So it may get so hot that it eradicates all of that. But then I've also heard people say no, it doesn't get that hot, that it's not that big of a deal. But silage tarp would definitely be the way to go. So we're going to go ahead and work with what we got. Okay, so the plan is to lay out some garden beds. We'll do long, narrow garden beds. This is west, this is east, north, south. So we're going to lay them out this way. Put our taller plants in the back, I believe. We'll see. I'm not really good at gardening. But we're going to do 3-foot garden beds with 2-foot walkways and see what we can get there. So I brought these. These are some old political sign yard stakes that I had from days gone by, so they'll help mark my beds here as soon as we get them laid out. So gentlemen, come help please. All right guys, what we're going to do is we're going to use these U shapes to lay out our garden beds, just to make lines. So Camo or Liam, one of you guys, take that stake that I just stuck in the ground and put one at the end of the tape measure. So like the leftmost one or the furthest one away, you stick that in the ground at the end of the tape measure. Right here? No, the other end. Yeah, so stick it in the ground. Yeah, that's fine. Now push down so it stays in the ground. Okay. Now come to 36 inches and push it down again. It actually doesn't say 36 because it's 3 feet. There you go. Now push that down on the ground. All right, Liam, grab another stake, please. Now start that one at 2 feet, and you want to be on this side of this post. So stick it in the ground close as you can to the tape measure. There you go. 2 feet, stick it down. All right, and come back over here to 5 feet and stick it in the ground. Yeah, back just a little bit. There you go. Came up, bring another. Anybody? So find the 2 foot. Put the first one in the 2 foot. Okay. Push it down, then put the next one at the 5 feet. Very good. All right, Liam. Let's make this work out. Change our angle a little bit here. So 2 feet and 5 feet. All right, Liam, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to make this string tight. So make it tight like this. You're going to go around this stake once to make it tight. We want it to stay lifted off the ground, okay? See how I'm making that tight? And I'm going to do the same thing here. Come around. And then I'm going all the way back up. And we want to tie it. Like I tied that one a little low so it's staying on the ground. So I'm going to tie this one a little bit higher. See how I'm making it tight? All right, so Liam's running off our string here. So we're doing our 3 foot beds with 2 foot walkways. And our walkways get a little wide here because our string's higher. So we'll make that adjustment appropriately. But some areas that we've got, this is our best soil here with our wood chips that we've composted. That was our test last year. So these beds are going to be a little, this bed's going to be here. This bed's going to be here. This bed over here is probably going to be not good at all. So we'll just see. We'll see what we can plant there. We'll try to build up. Again, since I've got that huge pile of wood chips, and I got a very cool surprise coming next week that will help us with our wood chip situation, and we'll be able to keep putting a lot of wood chip down, building up some beet mulch, and we'll stop our garden back here. We're not going to go all the way to the hillside. We don't have enough plants for that yet, and that's a little bit more for us to undertake. So some plants in the ground, and then work on our weed suppression with our wood chips.
Well, okay, I got a plan here, and I think this may work pretty well for keeping our weeds down in our garden pathways. So come with me. All right, so those of you that follow the channel, of course, know that we've got the mill. And the mill produces a lot of slabs. And there's different things we can use those slabs for, but I haven't found something that's like, ooh, that's what I would use the slabs for, other than trying to chip them up. But I've got a plan to use them in the pathways. So you can see here, just in 6 months worth of milling, we have a crap ton of slabs here, which is similar to a buttload, but a little bit more in volume there. So be anxious to see if this will work, and I get to use some of these up. Okay, so bringing up a load of these, and you can see Liam is standing on our walkway here. They're planting in that row, so I can use these for walkway paths, and they can come back and put wood chips on top of them. just do each one. So Kelly's sitting in the next path, and of course we got another path over here. So I can just line these, and as long as our ground's flat, we're okay. You can see our garden kind of trails off there in the back, so we'll have to cut accordingly. But this should help keep the weeds down in our walkways. And since it's poplar's what I'm grabbing. It's my experience, if poplar comes in contact with the ground, and I've learned the hard way by trying to make fence posts out of it in the past, but when it's in contact with the ground, it'll rot down to nothing in less than 2 years. So I think we could really get some good decay out of that, and not have to worry about taking it up during the off season. Of course, just leave it there, and eventually it'll rot down and give us some good mulch, especially if I put mulch on top of it, wood chips on top of it, and really promote some of the decay. May decay. I have to watch, make sure it doesn't decay too quickly, and we get weeds growing back on top of it. But we'll see how this works. So I'm just amazed at how these wood chips break down so quickly. You can see here, this section is the section we did last year, kind of test of our back to Eden method with deep mulch. We had just a tomato bed here, and that's literally, again, just 1 year of bringing in I put some composted mulch down, mulch that had been sitting out for a year. Last year I put it down, planted our tomatoes, and of course just kept coming back and putting deeper wood chips on there for weed control. And you can see where I'm cutting a walkway here, so I'm taking all this good soil. I don't want to just be trampling it in the ground. I'm cutting that down as much as you can see there, 5-6 inches, probably 5 inches there, cutting it down and just putting it here where we're extending our beds. And you can just see the quality of this soil. And again, this is where we're standing is West Virginia hillside that we've cut out. So you can see the original elevation of the property used to come down like this. And of course we cut out to put a house seat in here. So this is sterile soil. We've never been able to get grass to grow very well. Where the tractor's sitting, where the house is sitting, even right through here has always just been sterile soil, no fill. There's no fill at all in it. It's been sterile, cut down. So as much as, see at the apex there, probably 15 feet deep, cut away. So we've never had good soil here, and just what we've been able to amend since we started doing this deep litter method using the wood chips is just amazing. So we're going this way. Again, some of this actually under the plastic has a little bit of composted manure that I spread out last year, and then I had a little hugel bed here that I didn't like the way it was working because I really didn't know what I was doing when I built it. So we've pulled all the soil back off of it. I'm just going to use that, let that log lay there and rot. And we got a bit of a drainage ditch. I don't know if the camera picks up, but coming right underneath the deck beside the trampoline is a drainage ditch that drains our gutters, and of course this elevation of the property drains this way. And so maybe even put some diverters in here, or even some little retention areas to catch that water and push it over in. That's why I put this wood here too, so it could soak up. It's laying right against this ditch, so it could soak up some of that water, and of course retain it for August when we dry out real badly. Of course we haven't dried out in the last several Augusts. We may not dry out this August either. Well, we're either planting a garden or we had a college frat party last night with all the red Solo cups laying around. What you planting, Cal?
This is a red bell pepper.
Red bell, all right. These are all, everything in the cups is what you started from seed, right?
Yeah. We'll see if they make it.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 3 of our beds completely installed and ready to go with our starts. Actually, this portion of the bed right here, we don't have anything planted yet. We're actually going to go by one of the box stores and see if they've got some deals on some organic stuff. It's because we have some more room. This is bigger than we anticipated, but really like putting the wood chips down for weed control. But I think these slabs from the mill are going to work pretty well for weed control as well. It's some of them are a little easier to walk on than others. Like this was perfect. Back here where the ground's uneven, it makes it a little precarious. But I think it's going to work out to our advantage. Over here where we've got seeds going, then we'll, of course, we'll have to do some wood chips here. And of course, you'll notice that I don't have my fence installed yet. And that's going to be a big deal I've got to get put in. So probably work on that here in the next couple days. Getting some deer deterrent around. I don't know that it could ever be deer proof with these hateful things around here, but it'll be a deer deterrent. And hopefully they'll just go somewhere else and maybe eat the landscaping somewhere else instead of eating the garden. But all in all, impressed. I like the fact that I can burn up these slabs in the garden, because I'm always looking for uses for those things, fences and those type of opportunities. But we'll see how this works. Hopefully this will start to break down. Even man, if it broke down every year, that'd be awesome, and just be creating better soil there. Well, I actually have a little update, just because I know you guys will maybe start to ask. But if you follow us on Facebook, you already know what I'm going to say. And it's just one of those sad times on the farm where season of life type of thing. So our beloved farm dog, Shelby, she passed away the other night. She was getting old, showing signs of that. But it was kind of interesting. The Friday night, I saw her on the front porch. She was hanging out, and you kind of tell she was just a little lethargic, didn't want to get up and greet me. And so I sat there and talked to her for a little bit and pet her, and kind of figured it was her time. So the next morning we got up, and sure enough, she had passed away. So she passed away in the middle of the night on the front porch where she liked to be, kind of watching over the farm. So she died on duty. And it's sad. Like I said, we've had her for 11 years. We got her when the boys were young. She's just been a great dog, and she's going to be hard to replace. But we got up Saturday morning and took her up on the hill and buried her in a spot that overlooks the entire farm, that she can look down on everything. Well, she can't look down. She's buried in the ground, but you know the point there, the sentiment behind that. So she's buried in a nice spot, a spot of honor on our farm. So we're going to miss her. It's kind of funny, you guys, she'd always make these cameo appearances in our video. You'd see her just kind of walking through. In fact, there's so many different videos that you guys would comment and say, is that a bear? That looks like a bear. Hey, look, at minute 11, 15-second marker, there's a bear that walks down the hill. And that was just Shelby. Shelby just liked to kind of cruise through the picture and being a solid black lab at a distance. Sometimes people would mistake her for a bear. But it's sad. We're all kind of just disappointed right now, but it is what it is. Again, black labs, they don't have the best lifespan, but she served her purpose well, and we'll miss her. Well, all right. Well, another update is our Pastured Pig podcast is out. I think we've got 2 episodes out at the point of recording this video. So be sure to check that out. You can get that on iTunes, all those different things. If you're interested in our pig activities, look, there goes an animal right now, a cat. How come the cats don't die? 3 cats. That cat's older than everybody. That cat's almost as old as I am, I bet. Won't die, but the dog dies. Cats. Okay, I digress. All right, take care, everybody. Got your corner chilled.